Alright, can we get a bit of shush for 6 minutes while I talk about myself?
Okay, do you want the music off?
Is that an option? I always want the music off, you know that.
Let's have it quiet. Yeah.
Alright.
Hang on.
No, I haven't. Well, I've clicked play, but
I feel like I'm holding in like a...
you can make noise, but I
Am
don't.
I allowed to still do this?
Prefer-
Slam it down?
Preferably, I just finish this, and then you guys...
Have a drink.
Alright, hey, this is Smitty, and I am doing my recap of my performance at Victoria's Strongest Man, finishing first place, under 80 kilos. The girls are behind me. They're going to put me off. I've just interrupted their training session so I can talk about myself, which I think is fair enough. So the first event was the Yoke, 270 kilos, 12.5 meters up, 12.5 back. I haven't checked my official time yet. Due to what I was hitting in training and everything, I planned to go under 18 seconds. That's what I thought I'd be capable of on the day. I've tried timing it myself and it's about 18.5 seconds, so it's pretty spot on. And that was enough for first place. Wasn't feeling stupidly strong in warm-ups or anything like that. My legs felt jelly-like, as they often do due to nerves and everything. So that was enough for first place and didn't make any mistakes, so pretty happy with that one. Second event, farmer's carry, 80 kilos per hand, max distance in 60 seconds. Placed second on this event and just felt really weird about it. I remember, and I'm just watching it now, Curtis there flying ahead of me. Normally if that happened in a competition, something inside me would kind of fire up and I'd get a bit angry and I'd chase him down, and I just found myself almost not caring, or just maybe assuming that I'd get the better of him in the end and do what was needed. But psychologically it was just a really weird event for me. I was nowhere near as aggressive or fired up as I'd normally be. Maybe just due to the fact that my mind was elsewhere on the day with a lot of other athletes that I was coaching and making sure that they were doing the right thing. So that's a skill that I'm going to have to learn, how to coach and perform well myself on the day. You can see I've just got ahead of Curtis here. My grip was fine, nothing was really hurting, bit out of breath, but my legs were fine, everything was fine, I could have kept going. And Ryan beat me on that event by a couple of meters, I assume. Third event was Munster dumbbell, and I can't remember, 12 or 13 reps, easy weight for me. This is 45 kilos, so I was able to mix it up between right hand and left hand. There we are, synchronized perfectly there, me and Buns. So I mix it up between right and left, which I lose a couple seconds. Every time I go to the left, it takes me just a couple of seconds to stabilize before I press. So if I needed to get more reps in a competition, I'd choose to stay just on the one hand. But the weight felt very easy. Trained okay for this event. Got a Monster dumbbell at the garage at the moment and been practicing with a little bit, but haven't really done anything special. I think Ryan came second on this event. Was only 2 reps behind me, so that was he's come a long way, and I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought I'd beat everyone by a lot. Again, just not being maybe as focused or as driven as I normally would be in a competition. I don't know how many reps I'm on so far, but I do remember just a little bit of showboating here, looked around, creating tension, just a massive show off and a massive flog. Enough for first place on that event. Next one was the deadlifts, 190 kilos for max reps with an axle. You guys alright?
Yeah.
Not training very hard. I did 11 reps. I think I counted and I did 9 reps within the first 30 seconds. So that was enough to win the event. And then I did a couple more reps just to make sure, because once again, being unfocused, I didn't double check what the most reps was before I went to see what I needed to beat. Normally I double check and make sure that 8 is the most reps that has been done, so I'll just do 9 and then stop. I kind of just counted the reps in my head that the athletes before me were doing, and I thought I counted 8, so I thought I'll go do 9. Once I got to 9, I realised that I probably should have double checked, but the weights felt pretty good, not amazing. I think that's me stopping there at the 9 rep mark and asking around, have I done enough? no one could give me like a definite answer. So I did 1 or 2 more reps. You can see they're still going up really fast. It was quite easy. Training for that was fine. I think I would have been good for about 17 or 18 reps if I absolutely had to. So didn't train anything too different for that. Just heavy deadlifts once a week, speed deadlifts once a week, a lot of hamstring, lower back and core work. Just the same old stuff. And then the last event was the mystery event. Got announced to us about 20 minutes prior. And it was stones. So for the under 80 kilos, we had to lift a 110 kilo stone as high as possible. So after every successful rep, they'd raise the bar an inch or 2. I'm not even sure. We were allowed to use tacky. I used belt grip. I just knew that to get the stone up really high, I'm going to have to let go of the stone and get my hands and arms behind it, and therefore belt grip would be a bit easier because belt grip doesn't stick as much as tacky. There I am being funny doing the limbo. I'm such a funny guy. And I don't know what height this is. I was pretty confident, even though being shorter than everyone else in my category, that my explosiveness, and I've done 110 to shoulder numerous times, so I thought I'd figure it out. I ended up placing 3rd. The 2 guys that beat me, Curtis and Ryan, both taller, so it does make it easier, but I still don't think that's an excuse for coming 3rd in it. I think I still should have beaten them. I just think for my strengths and everything, that's a little bit of a cop-out to say. It definitely makes a difference being shorter, for sure, but I just think if you're a better stone lifter, you should be able to beat them. And I didn't beat them, but congrats to them. Again, my mind was elsewhere. I had Beck and Alira on the platform next to me doing their reps, Alira going for the win and Beck trying to make her way onto the podium. So I was focused on that. Again, just didn't have that aggression that I'd normally have on the day, but I was definitely having fun, and that's what it took to win the under 80 kilos Victoria's Strongest Man. So if you want to win Victoria's Strongest Man under 80 kilos, there's some numbers for you to hit. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks to the girls for being quiet. Where's Liana? Thanks for that. Alright, I'll let them get back to deadlifting, and thank you for watching. Bye.